Able. What? Bro's already fucking up the code base. You mean well? You mean you will have like hard coded textures? Ah, hell no! I see what you're doing, bro. Yeah, now I'm closing down your stream, bro. I don't want to look at that. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see anything. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I think
Hello?
it's best they don't hear you, to be honest.
Okay, they hear me now. Let's see, we're gonna
Yes,
go with...
you shouldn't have said anything. You don't want to hear the reasoning behind the code.
They use blank actually in the whole...
You know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna look at your code.
This is... I'm watching the old code right now, so don't look at it. Look away, Harold. Look
Oh yeah,
away!
the old code. Yeah, the
Mm.
old code. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, it's the old code.
Yeah, I'm taking
Well, you
inspiration, don't
know,
worry.
well, I'm okay with this because it's also shit. It's not even possible to fix.
Oh
So,
shit. Thank you, Penguin Operator, for telling me, bro. That's so kind of you. You're like the
but
best. He's like...
this shit, what the fuck is this?
I'm writing the texture table to keep track of the textures that you can upload from outside. You just pass in the bytes and it will upload it and give you back a handle to access it or tell when you want to draw.
Upload. What?
Yeah, so you can just upload the... when you want to preview the what's it called, the current
GIF
frame,
video.
you need to update the same handle, right? So the renderer can render that same quad with the new preview, you know? Good, good, good. I might need 3 though, so we don't need to stall. We could just replace the current one that is... well, I guess uploading could still swap out handles, so you would never stall. That could be pretty good. Yeah, we'll do that instead.
This is so.
Wait, the
dumb.
music is louder than your voice.
Yeah, this is so dumb, bro. This is literally trash.
Why, what would be better?
Okay, so what would be better is that you just like, okay, hear me out. Before I say anything, like, you making a texture table is like making generic for, hypothetical issues now, right?
No.
Anyways, what you should do is just have like a texture thing, right? And because this is quite a simple app, it's not like a super big game where you have to stream assets, right? You can just make like a, I don't know, video stream or playback
No, but
thing,
you
right?
see
That just
that you...
contains a ring
for the
buffer.
thing to work, I need... this will be like... there will be a timeline which will show textures of the current, like, thing that you have working with.
Mhm.
And then it will also draw a quad here, which needs to update texture all the time. And maybe if I want to put some other icons inside of the thing, I need to also do that. And the thing that is
Yeah, have you
convenient with this is
considered
that I just
maybe
swap
not
the handle
doing
that
that?
I get back, and it will always understand what it is. And there's like, it will also work with... I don't need to install the device to do that swap because I just use a different handle. It will always work dynamically. I just say use this handle now instead, and it will just run it. And then when I say delete it, it will still pull it until the last frame who wanted to use it will no longer need it, and then it will delete it. And I don't even need to worry about that.
Okay, so that's dumb because, okay, so what you want to do is you want to load all the textures.
No, because I don't know all the textures will be loaded. I will load them as I need them. I don't know the textures.
Yeah, now have you thought about maybe putting this handle logic not inside of the renderer?
But it's the render that dictates and give back the handle, so that the thing that calls from the renderer don't know about it. They just know this handle exists and they don't know shit about the texture. They're just like, okay, I know I uploaded these bytes and now the renderer does whatever it should do when I reference this handle.
Or you just make a texture abstraction and then you have a timeline structure that does all this stuff.
Timeline?
Yeah, that's the thing at the bottom, right? You have a timeline.
Yeah, but you still need to communicate with the renderer somehow about what it should do.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have to do the same shit that you want to do it inside of the renderer.
No, okay, I will just do my thing and I will show you later.
Uh,
Yeah, don't
this is
worry.
literally Patrick SpongeBob drooling, bro.
Anyways, I take
But it's
this
like
from
the
here.
deep fried version.
And then we do need image also in here. then we get the allocator. I'm gonna call this one blank. Oh, you know it's an image. And init that thing. I guess we could also store them because they will be reused when we upload a new one. Well, we could call them every time also, so we wouldn't store them. It would be smarter to do that actually. Holy moly, it would be smarter to do that. We'll do it like that instead. So we'll not even on init. We won't even create this. Well, it's kind of like inferred now when I do this. It's a bit bad. How about? Well, yeah, I think it's still it's a bit annoying that it's like that. I think we can go with it. Or something smarter about it. Now we'll go with it. It's fine. It's fine like this. It's fine. And we'll not do this in here. Do you need it then? Do we need an init? You don't need one. No, wait. If we do the blank, we do need one. Okay, we'll do it like this, and we'll take the device, but then we'll need device either way. So we'll take device.
Look at coding.
Because forcing every piece of data to become a handle. Handles are like the best. And
you know what? I'm gonna write some code like you would write code, all right? And then you can look at it, and then maybe you'll get a new perspective on how bad it is.
Sure. Yeah, device.
So, Lucas, would you say that files are a waste of space?
What do you mean by waste of space?
Like, are they useless? Wasting space, you know? Like...
Well, you need files to write any kind of code, so I'm afraid I don't understand the question.
Well, I mean, do you think it is good to have more files?
Well, I mean, at some point you cannot cram everything into the same space, can you?
Well, you can.
Well, I guess, but it becomes really bad.
It's like your code.
Is there a reason why you have physical device and logical device in separate files rather than just putting them in the same and you just call them logical and physical?
Because they're completely different things.
Well, you derive the logical one from the physical one.
Okay, well, you derive the instance from the program.
Yeah, so the instance is inside of the program. Great.
What I actually meant to say though from the start was, you know, the device kind of comes from the instance.
Yeah, but
yeah. So why not say that the instance is in the device file?
No,
or vice versa.
But the device is inside of the instance.
Not the file.
I guess not, but I don't know. Like, is there, because I thought that they are like both like 80-90 lines of code each. That why not just have device and then call it logical and physical?
Because I saw what your code base had become and it looked awful.
Okay. Well, besides that, like, I just wonder, like, in general, like, did you even think about it or did you just do it?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Okay. So, but what is your reasoning then?
It is because I saw your code base and...
But come on, don't use that. It's very, like,
it looked really shit, and also you shouldn't shove shit into dumb namespaces when you don't have to, you know. It's kind of the same... Yeah, it's kind of the same, like, if you're doing an if statement, right? And the if only has one expression, and the else also only has one expression, right? Like, why even have curly braces then, you know? Like, they're useless, right? Because Sig doesn't need them. It's kind of the same thing here, you know. That's thinking.
Wait, but that feels like now you're arguing for putting them in the same file, because why would you have separate files if you could just have them in the same file?
What?
No, for real, just thinking about
Bro,
how you explain
now
that
you, no,
shit.
no, no, bro. Now you're just making it more confusing.
I'm just
What the?
saying, man.
I think you misunderstood the assignment.
The hate when some people do that, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. If I do a blank image, I actually just need... I just need like 1 pixel and it could be... It can stretch out to anything else, right? It doesn't need any more complicated shit, right?
Right.
I would say it doesn't.
You don't even need to do vk.format, you can just put that in.
What can I do?
You can just do dot. LSP doesn't really like it, but
Yes. It's
but you can.
I prefer that so I can easily get the LSP. But what is this size thing? How does that work?
The size thing. What do you mean?
Yeah, it takes in a size which is the VK extent. Why is my LSP not helping me at all? It's like, ah, fuck you.
That's like the width and height of the image.
Yeah, but why doesn't my LSP like give me shit? It's like, nah, I'm not gonna give you anything. Good luck figure this
But
shit.
your LSP doesn't like anything.
Well, now I do have it accurate, but it doesn't. Whatever. I'm gonna do a width one and height one. And then what are these options? Oh my god. No fucking way. It's just fucking with me right now. Nah, I cannot. Where did the music go? It is playing but super quiet. No help.
Like,
Great.
scroll up. Can
Scroll
you
up.
scroll up in this file a bit? Yeah, I want to say something. Okay. Yeah, that's great. You see, I'm coding code like you, so I have to like, you know.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Anyways, why can I not get the... I guess I can go in options here and just see... Oh. What the fuck? Oh, there's like default. I guess I can just leave it as default then, because I don't really need it for anything else. And then I can get rid of that, and then we create that. So now we got a blank image, which would have been actually just the same thing as... It would still take in self, but self in this case would refer to texture table. And then we'll also take in... Yeah, okay, this is how we'll do it. We'll take the info as well. The device, we do need the... Unless we store the GPA inside here. Don't like it, but we could... No, I'm not gonna store the GPA in here. We're just gonna take it in. Oh my god.
I think code like you is so fun. You can really think like, how am I supposed to mess this up? Yeah. Wow, I might need to make a project for this here. Because it's so beautiful. Oh, wow. Amazing.
Handle. The info here will be the stuff. Info. Right. Info dot width and height. Like so. Then we got the image, which is still fine. We have created the image. Then new image dot. How do you? I used to have an upload function for the put the bytes inside it. How do you have it? You just have a D in it.
Yes.
How do you upload bytes to the image?
Scroll up. Option. That's I don't think I've come that far.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will add mine.
Yeah, sure. But
You should have been like, no, 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 you. Trying to say.
indeed.
Image. Ah, look at this. This looks like such a clean C code instead of.
No, that's ugly, bro.
But I used immediate to submit them. I guess they could be submitted to some kind of, I don't know. Let's see, somebody sent something or oh, you pinged. What a sad
What?
day it is indeed. Is it raining outside or something?
Nope.
Oh, I thought it was.
You like to use enum arrays, or what is the thing you like?
Depends on what I'm doing.
No, what is the thing that you like? That's the real question.
Well, right now I'm just doing a pure array. Like I'm not even doing any array
Okay,
lists.
enum map. Great.
It is. It depends on the thing.
Well, for your shitty ass, like Glorp Lloyd piss simulator things.
What? Hello, Code Fox. Wait, could I actually use
an enum map?
I was thinking, but it
Sign
wouldn't make sense because.
No, it makes sense.
But like, would it actually work with this? Would it?
Mm-hmm.
Because
of course, everything works.
No, wait,
with
because
that.
I don't have defined stuff. It wouldn't. I would have to. Nah, it wouldn't. That's not how I use it.
No, trust me, it would be great.
That's great, but it wouldn't work. We'll put it right after here. And upload data to, or I guess upload data. We don't need to say image because we're already working with image, right? So it wouldn't make much sense. And you don't use the VMA, so I think I need to figure out a way to do it without it now. Great. And then we have the data, byte per pixel, and layer. But I guess you don't really care about these two, you just assume them. And then I upload buffer. Whoa, I think I didn't get everything. No, I definitely
Bro, this is turning out so amazing. I love this code. It's taken me like all this time to do absolutely nothing. Oh, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. You don't even know, bro.
Ah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. I know you're gonna love this code. Honestly, it's gonna be fantastic.
Record upload date. Wait, what the fuck? I need to rethink a little bit. What the fuck? Copy onto image. Transition. Where do you have the image barriers, anyways? Do you do them or does the Vulkan
What barriers?
Image barriers.
Vulkan binding doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, but I meant like, does it come with a good structure already implemented for it, or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but you don't have them in the image structure, so I just wondered if they were.
I don't know. I don't know where they are. They are somewhere. That's all I know. But actually, they're nowhere actually because they don't exist.
Oh shit! I think I might need to do a little bit of a yoink, a bigger yoink than I was expecting. Okay, that's okay.
Wow, this code here it's so beautiful, bro. I have now implemented a path table. I'm so proud of myself.
That's good. It's good to be proud of yourself, you know.
But now we need the texture handles. So then, because I have like a couple of textures here, so we have the player, enemy, glorp, Lloyd. You know, the typical stuff.
All the
And
typical
then-
stuff. Device.
And then we have this handle, and then we have, what would you call this? Probably like specs. Yeah, that's a great name for this. This code is becoming kind of really great, so it's taking some time to figure out here what to do.
I'm actually reusing this function anywhere. I am in resources for the mic now. But it's the same thing that I'm doing, it's just weird that it's actually... This thing could just be this original function, it doesn't need to be here. Because that's done.
That is exactly correct.
I'm just gonna take all of this and just put it straight up in there. I'm not even gonna need that function, that's done. I guess it just looked clean. Oh, okay, yeah, that's why I did it, because it looked nicer with the begin and end. Like this.
Nicer.
Yeah.
You don't even know what that is, bro.
Well, I guess nicer is not even a real world.
Yeah, it's not even a real word. That's why we're using it.
Yeah. We'll actually do begin immediate. And then it ends here. But code already says it, it's so weird to put it. And then in here we'll have all of the buffer arrays. And just upload buffers. Just gonna quickly do this maybe. Just so we get thing working. So a buffer init GPA, you don't tell me the image store's no good. It doesn't. So that means we'll have to take in the GPA. And then physical device. Okay, we'll take this one. Physical device. Physical device, then the logical device. And then the usage. Please tell me I will get some LSP for this. Please tell me I will get some LSP. Please, please. No LSP. I'll go to the init. Okay, we'll not go to the init. Usage, here we go. Well, I get it. How do you tell it's like just a staging buffer?
What?
Transfer buffer usage shader device address. Usage CPU to GPU. Oh, what the fuck? You have BK flags. Let's see what. I thought this would be easier to read. I don't know, man. These flags are already like messing things up. Bro. How am I supposed to? You see, this would have just been easy to now go to the Vulkan documentation and see that it's.
Okay, so I think this is that you're retarded actually, because
I just see buffer usage shader device address and use transfer. How the hell am I supposed to find that from here?
It's literally this, bro. Don't look at that. God damn it. Go back to image.c. Okay. Yeah, you see, how do you figure this out? Well, you remove the VK buffer usage well, what is the type called? Actually, what is the flag thing?
It's usage.
Okay, so VK buffer usage. Okay. Yeah. Then you do like a dot curly brace, and then you do transfer source bit all lowercase equals true. You see, it's very easy and
What do
very
you say?
nice.
Dot.
Yeah, and then it is like transfer source bit. It's the exact same spelling. Okay.
It's the exact same spelling.
Yeah.
So I don't just do the usage, I just say, but is it lowercase or capital?
Lower.
Okay. Source bit.
Bro, I don't know, using Vim doesn't really seem to help you, to be honest.
This wouldn't even pop up in VS Code.
Probably it would actually, but yeah, sure.
I don't think it would. Let's see.
I think it would.
Let's see. And I'm inside image. What the fuck? Do I need to put like... Do I have it enabled? I do have it enabled. It's just like VS Code froze. Oh, that's crazy. VS Code
not that hard, bro. It is not that hard, bro. Think, Mark, think.
I don't think it's putting on the LSP for this stuff. I don't know, it suggests something else. Which is referencing this thing. Which I also got in Neovim. Which is not the right
Bro,
thing.
you know, you don't have to type it out. You can use the cursor and you know.
What can I do?
Like you send that line VK buffer usage transfer bit and then the OR operation thing. You send that to me, bro. I'll do it in Discord in like 2 seconds.
I want to show you that the LSP doesn't even work on VS Code. It seems to be like it's completely cooked here.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Bro, you send the code, okay?
No, I got the how to do it. I just want my LSP to work.
Send the line. No, bro,
Oh.
send the line. Right? I don't think you know how to do it. Bro, it's faster.
No, I do not. I want. Why is VS Code so fast? Holy shit! There. Now I go. Nothing. No LSP. It's just freezing all the time. There. That we go. Wow. And it's still freezing. Oh my god! I cannot. It's still freezing. Can't even close the thing. Okay, now it's closed. It took a while after it. But do I need to do the dot?
Yeah, that's how Sig works.
Okay, and how do I do a and, or can I still pipe it? No, how does this work now?
It's a structure.
Is it a packed structure, so I put it to equal true?
Yeah.
Why is dress bit? Yeah, but this is also not using what's it called, VMAs, so I need to figure out these ones for usage and flags. But I guess these are just VMA stuff, so I don't know, how do I tell? I will complain, but tell me some problems and we'll use that instead. And I will provide the data. The data comes in from upload data. That's great. Bytes per pixel. Well, I guess I could just say it's a U8. Fine. I don't know. We will see. And then error deferred init. Do you have access to? Mapped here. Device proxy memory. Wait, do you do already when you okay? Okay. What? Device proxy create buffer. That's so weird. Okay. And it returns a buffer, but is it like the same buffer? What kind of buffer is this? Because it says that type is buffer, but is it like it's VK buffer, right?
Yeah, it's VK buffer.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, I will probably do.
Bro, the code I wrote is so convoluted. It's literally 60 lines and I cannot figure out how to use this. It is actual Lucas code here already. Like, I don't even know what I have done here.
I will
It's
just to
great.
see what we actually need with this binding, because I'm finding it very confusing.
Oh, what? What is confusing? It's exactly like Vulkan. What do you mean?
Okay. And now I want this memory to have it. So we created that buffer and now we want to upload it to the GPU, to the image. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's why I had the copy. And we don't need this one anymore. I guess layer would always be 0, wouldn't have to worry about that. For now, at least. And bytes per pixel, I think we can always assume that as well, but we will have to see. Okay, I kinda am stuck now with this binding. We'll see here.
Bro, it's literally Vulkan.
Image on you. Merge. That uses the sig Vulkan. Hello, one true blue. How are you?
Oh, 1, 6, 7. Lucas, look at my stream here. I am now presenting to you the greatest code ever written by mankind. Are you looking?
To Bruce.
This is very important. Highly confidential as well.
What are you saying?
Look at my stream.
Sure.
Okay. Tell me when you see.
Just a sec. I'm seeing.
So we're gonna run this amazing program. Bam! You see info, a typical Lucas print here, lol. Then some random syntax just for, good measure. Then we have player PNG equals player.png. Right, you might ask, what is the amazing code that could produce such results? And it is this. So, it's very good, very nice, very clean. First of all, we have the path table, because we have to store the paths in a handle, just for safety reasons, right?
Would you store the path
And
in the handle though? I haven't.
because we don't want like things to store the actual pointers back to the memory,
But the
because
hand
that is
paths are
dangerous.
not. You just load them once. You don't really need them anywhere else than load time.
Well, you can't ensure that. And
What
okay,
the
so
fuck
here we
is
have the
this?
init function.
Yeah, this is just. You know it.
What's it, bro?
I would.
This is
Why would-
peak code. Yeah.
This is
This code is so great. Don't you like it?
I hate it.
So basically, first of all, we want to have the default as undefined, just for safety reasons.
Why is there a switch on 29? Else written here.
What do you mean, bro? It is the correct code, okay? And basically, if it's 22, then we panic with true. And if it's 21, we assert with false.
I like it. Why can you not
And then
say
else-
assert with false equals true? Or equals true?
Well, I did I have? No, I don't have that. Yeah, here, here. Here I have that actually. So if true equals false, and then we switch on the boolean, and if it is false or true, then we return.
And that's fire, bro.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. We also have some good error handling here, as you might see.
Yes.
Yeah. But okay, so basically up here we have the texture, right? We have the paths list, which takes in a path handle and returns a texture handle.
Bro, what is this abomination?
What's it abomination? Here it is. What's it abomination, bro? Okay, and then we have a list here, texture list, which of course takes in a texture handle and returns a path handle. So none is of course equals to null pointer.
That's such a C++. Yeah. You should just remove the
What do you mean?
underscore, man. Just remove the underscore and it's C++.
Man, I can do that. Okay. Anyways, player equals player PNG, enemy PNG, glor. I don't know. Right, and then we have the ready function, of course, which takes in the path.
Had to take the ready function.
Bro, what do you mean? What's the problem, bro? It ensures that the handle is ready. That's what it does, bro.
That's
So,
fine.
anyways, also one thing I noticed right now, this is out of texture, but we use path table and path handle. We never use anything texture related in here, but it's fine. It can be here anyways. So that we take in the path table, and then we do path table, and then we get the path handle entry, and then we shake that it's ready. That's what that does, right? And this get function, right? It's from here, and this it's this table right here. Enemy PNG equals enemy.png. The good stuff. Yeah. And then of course
Now,
the path handles.
back to work.
Bro, what do you think about the beautiful code? Though?
It was a pretty
It's the
good
peak
10 out of
Lucas code.
10. I would recommend.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna quote that.
All right. Let's see. Okay, it seems to be like no immediate submit helper exists yet, and your battery idiom is classic image battery or command pipeline battery. So the port is 3Ps.
Anyways, BRB.
General transition rules from Roman C binding style to Vulkan SIG, which differs or uses everywhere. C binding, transfer destination optimal enum value. So I can just give that, and then pipeline stage transfer a bit. Okay, back struct. Okay. Wait, is that like copy buffer image device proxy? Okay, so there is a device copy buffer image command, and then handled by binding default omit. Camel case field, snake case field. Ah, okay, so it's just comparing the two with each other. Okay, where is this transfer destination optimal? Like, where's that enum coming from anyways? Okay, but this one is apparently just a flag, so you can enable it. Okay. Yeah, we will be using transfer. So transfer. That one already is there, isn't it? Transfer bit, source bit. So wait, do I need? Is there a difference between transfer source and transfer bit? What the fuck? Is weird. Okay. Maybe I'll just read what it says. Then piece it in your code base idiom. Staging usage. Your buffer usage enum has no transfer source. Well, there is a transfer source bit. I don't know what's on about. You're attempted to call passes a flag struct into an enum parameter. That's the current mismatch. Add one member staging as transfer. Okay, buffer init already maps host visible memory and mem copies, which is exactly what the staging buffer is. No shader device address needed. The copy command reads it. Not shaders. But do we then? Okay, so it's just a bit different then, I guess. Well, it's fine. But then we need its transfer source, and it's supposed to be in here in the enum staging.
Oh.
Why do you even have like these usage stuff? Because
Oh, it's just a wrapper because I didn't really like having to do the bit thing, and it cannot be a uniform storage, yeah, and index and vertex and indirect at the same time, anyways. So yeah.
because right now, then I would have to add the staging right now to this thing if I actually want. I'm a bit confused.
What? What do you mean staging?
It's telling me that I should add to your enum the staging, just this, and somehow
Yeah.
that's supposed to do the right
Well,
thing. What the fuck?
I don't know how that would help.
Yeah, it's telling just. Well, I guess it's staging would mean that it's transfer source bit, but how can I? You sure that if I just say the flags that it actually uses also the real thing and not just okay?
If it matches with the correct number.
Okay, that's why probably I don't get the LSB because it's a bit weird to do.
Yeah, but you know, you can also change the code if you want. Like, do your worst.
But it says it's not the source, which is super. I swear to God, I'm starting to hate this binding more and more the more I use it.
Nah, bro, it's just AI being bad.
No, because if it should be transfer bit, but if it's transfer source bit, but if it's for real just transfer, that's.
It's the exact same. It's not transfer bit. What the fuck? Or I don't know. It's exactly the same as Vulkan.
No, then it should be source bit and not.
Yeah, because you said this is like generated from the Kronos group's XML. Like they have an XML thing describing Vulkan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what this is based on.
One-shot commanding command handler its own pool.
Ping me if you need help.
Yeah. Command handler. Do you have such a thing? Command handler? You do have a command handler. That's interesting. Frames in flight in the command handler. Okay. Frame data, command buffer available image, and then in-flight fence. Okay. And begin. Well, I assume that you want these at the bottom. In it. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna put it in here. So how does this binding work then? Public function. Well, begin one time. I would submit immediate or begin immediate. I prefer that than one time. Device proxy command pull buffers, command pull self primary, command buffer count, pointer begin command buffer, and it returns a command buffer, and then go here and one time. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing but slightly differently. Begin. Do you spell immediate? Ooh. Yeah. What is the... Actually just remove the plan. Okay, there, boom. Shift U, yeah. That's crazy. How do I... Oh, I need to go into visual mode. There, boom. Nailed it. Okay, I need to take the program cell, pointer to command handler, and then wanted device. Why did it do that? Device. What else do we need? VK. Buffer. Whoa. And then what are these device boxes? Allocate command buffer. So I'm not quite sure I understand it because they feel a bit too weird. Like, are they just like same thing that I did, but just let's see. I want to understand the ref how they connect. Where's device? Device there. And I do have a submit immediate. Begin immediate command buffer, allocate command. Okay, so it's the same thing, but it's just through the weird ass proxy thing. Okay. Okay. Wait, so you take in a structure that then it's supposed to represent what you want to do with the thing which you take in the pool, and then how many counts, and then you have to pointer cast the... Oh my god. I thought you said that you didn't need to do pointer casting with this binding, but apparently you do need to do pointer casting. Why not just use the normal one? At least I didn't have to do pointer cast with this one. It even looks cleaner. I don't know, man, this is kind of weird, I'm just saying. And LSP is not here. No, but that's just recommendations, something that LSP doing its work. Okay, well at least I got that. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Level, no LSP, just assumes that this is what I want to do primary. For level. Right. An account would be 1. But okay, I really dislike so fucking much. There's no type, and then there's no shit, and it's just Man, but account. And then you still have to provide. So weird. I guess it is you doing this thing, and then there's no device handle. Wait. We are, yeah, because we're calling our own device and the proxy to our device, which is so freaking weird. What? That's so weird. Okay. That. No, we're not doing that. Fuck that. Okay, I guess it's okay. It's okay. But with no LSP, it's so annoying. Like this one at least showed me LSP. Like if I do C dot, I get all of the things. I can just say command buffer. And I can already start filtering through whatever I want to do with these things. I probably don't want that. So weird. I don't like it. I guess I will have to look exactly at this thing. Okay, but we go through the device proxy, which is apparently our device, begin command buffer. And we pass in the command. And then it's a structure that you pass in with something, just flags. Oh my god. One time. Make it. I guess it's not too bad, but if I could just get the damn LSP at least, like, Jesus. I'm just supposed to assume these things right now. It's so freaking annoying. And then you just return the command. Well, it should be mutated. Nah, is that... You don't really need to do the pointer cast, but it doesn't understand it otherwise. Nah, ain't no way. Okay, no, it actually needs to do, because it doesn't see, it wants to do a, okay. Pointer cast. Right. We actually need to do a pointer cast. Command buffers, but still, it's very strange. It is a pointer to an array of buffers, but the pointer cache shouldn't solve that. You would have to create another. Wouldn't you have to do like a what's it called, like this, in order to simulate it to be? Where the fuck did you go? Like something like that. And I fucked up by parentheses now. Great. I think that should be the correct way, because now you give a pointer to a pointer, so it becomes a pointer of buffers. Isn't that it? I don't know if the pointer cast should do the same thing. I don't think it should. I will do this. I will first let this happen, and it will probably crash. And then we'll try that one, and else we'll try the pointer cast. I'm not sure. I don't think the pointer cast makes sense. And then we'll do the end one time. But begin immediate and command handler. Yeah, I think that's just better naming. Public function. And immediate. taking the self pointer to handler. The weirdest shit ever. Swear to God. Command. What? Device. Command. And it's just a command buffer. Alright. And we don't need to return it. Nope. Right, device, proxy, and command buffer. Taking the command buffer. Q submit graphics Q1. And no LSP. It's so annoying because now I just have to read those things and try to think like what? Another pointer cast. Again? Do you actually? Yeah, okay. And then you submit it and then you wait. Yeah, you have to wait idle for that to work. I mean, unless we made something, we could make. Is it using fences? Or we could also just. I don't know how you could synchronize it. I don't think we need to synchronize. We might need to synchronize it in a smarter way because we don't want to be waiting idle for every one of these myths. That would be, well, we'll see. If it becomes a problem, then we'll just fix it. Else, this is a way we could still do it. So I don't really care. Q. Submit. Taking in a queue, that would be the graphics queue. Alright, maybe. It doesn't work great. No, it works, okay. The device, graphics queue. Where to God is that an actual you know? What the fuck? Doesn't pointer provenance go to hell with this? I swear to fucking God. Doesn't pointer. I don't know how to spell provenance, but it's. I think it will figure it out what I meant by it. So we're gonna see if it's true because it feels like that's something they wouldn't know. Provenance only matters for pointers to enter a reference. A VK is an opaque token. The never reads through it, never does arithmetic on it, and it turns it back into sig pointers. It's just carries the bits to the across the API where the drivers. The allocation actual owner uses it. Okay, so but the okay, yeah, because we don't actually, yeah, it's just a handling. Yeah, okay, integer pointer round trip. Okay, so okay, so it actually never mattered because we used to do this before, and I was thinking like, but that's that's weird. But I guess yeah, we just use them as handles to tell the Vulkan what to do with it. So we don't really manipulate. We just store them. We can store them however in whatever bit representation we want, as long as we give them back. Yeah. Okay, then it's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to worry about it. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. And what is this one supposed to do? It's okay. It's the Q one. Okay. Now I get some LSP. Woo! Am I gonna get more? Well, let's find out. No, I didn't get more. Oh wait, is there anything more? No. Command buffer count. I didn't get any more LSP. Okay, so now I just have to trust whatever shows up there. Yay! It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We do have to do this and probably another one. Yes, and then it's null handle. That's great. Go. So, and then I want to do a. So I get the. It's oh, still nothing. Great. Nothing. Oh my god! I just want a new line. That's all I want, but it's too much to ask for, I guess. Oh wait, I just need to remove this thing. And now I should put it on a new line. Great. So now we can do this thing. What? Okay. And then we can do p command buffers. Again, the pointer case. I think I will just go command like that. And we'll see again if it crashes. It's more fun like that. It probably will. Because it should be a pointer to a pointer, basically. Or a pointer to an array, but that's the same thing. And then wait idle. This is the thing I think we probably would like to take a look into, maybe changing it to using something else like a fence. Or is it a semaphore? We need it to synchronize so that it would not, we don't want it to stall the device, we just want it to be able to, how do you say? Because we want to update the frame that is being displayed, like the not the frame in the sense of being rendering, but the frame of the GIF frame, basically, data that is supposed to be displayed, the texture. And if we do an update on it, we can upload it again to an image, and we don't want it to do a wait device idle on it, because then every time we do it, it will then be, which probably will not be real noticeable, it's such a small thing. But I think we could utilize the idea that with handles, right? Because we got this thing, right? And then we'll have the timeline. And here we'll have an image. This is basically the frame. It will be a quad, right? And in here, so if we now, we what is it called when you slide through here just to inspect the timeline, and it should display the current image that is there then. We really just want a handle, let's say it's handle 42, right? And then we say that, okay, now we move to another place, so now we want to basically update this handle to be an old, like destroy the old data and upload the new data, so we could reuse the same handle, just make it point to a different pointer address, right? And then, so basically 42 used to point at this thing that is then being displayed over here. Now we're uploading a new one. We can reuse the same handle because it's just internally. So we say that it's using this one, we destroy this connection. Basically this one is being queued for destruction, and it renders this thing now. It would happen seamlessly. And any frame that is using this thing, we would just put, if we have 3 frames in flight, we would just put it on a delay to after 3 frames has passed, since we call this for destruction, then we would just destroy it, and then we wouldn't even need the device wait idle, because there's nothing that should ever be referencing or using it anymore. And then it should be fine to destroy it. So I just need to look into that a little bit more, but I think we'll get to it once we get to it, right? We don't really need, but now we just want something that can illustrate the idea. So, but I think we could, that's what I would like to go to anyways, because it just sounds cool. Because we don't need to do it, but I guess that means without this, we could use the same thing, because this is also just used on startup, where we don't want to be considering what resources are available. We just want to upload everything. And then I guess the device idle, I don't know, how does it do it? Does it like just seeing if you all recall device idle, you haven't even started rendering? Is it like just, okay, well then we'll just pass on through, or is it still like going a wait or something like that? I will just do good wait on in flight instead. I know what I mean by that. Don't worry, we'll get to it later. And then we'll do device proxy free command buffers. Okay, and then we're just taking a pointer to the command pool, and then the command buffers, which probably again has a pointer. But it's interesting that it says count there. There is no count reference in here. Is it? No, there is none. That's funny. Self command pool, and then we'll pass in the command buffer by. This is also going to be one of those interesting command buffers pointer, and I'm just doing a command buffer, one command buffer pointer, so it's probably incorrect, but I rather see it crash. We're probably gonna have to do this. I'm pretty confident in this. The pointer cast, I still feel like there's no way that's gonna solve it, right? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Probably it does know it will solve it, but we'll see. Just self-boot whatever the field is named, and wait idle is the blunt but fine synchronization for startup uploads. Yeah, for startup up. Okay, so it's also saying the same thing, I guess. Upload itself signature takes data and the two barriers stand which the copy. Yes. So now we have to see if there's any image barriers in this thing yet. Probably there isn't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm out of water. It's okay. But I would like to a little bit discuss at least. Maybe if you do a re-upload, you won't have to go through the same process, and then we wouldn't even need to worry about this, and this would only be used once you start. That could be fine. Yeah. Then I'm fine with this. Okay. Let's see now. This is the juicy part that I was confused about how it should work with this binding. So we're gonna go back into image and figure that out. We are in here. We got the image. We got everything we need. We got the... Wait, what the fuck?
I'll be back in a moment, I guess.
Alright. Does it even require the bytes per pixel? Like, I just usually do it, but I guess, let's see, allocator device, physical device, command buffer, handler, data. So command buffer handler is not with the device. That's interesting. I just put the command buffer with the device. Or the command buffer pool. But, yeah. Let's see, device, physical device, then I would put the command buffer handler if that's also what it does, yeah. Commands, nah, command handler, command buffer handler, command handler, I'm not gonna call it that, that's just weird, that will contradict it so much. Clearly they are important. Let's see, I'm gonna put it there. It's command buffer, no, command handler, I still call it the buffer. This is weird. I didn't do this. Yeah, great. I didn't do it like that. So weird. And if we come there and there. Whoa. And then we can go in here. Now we can do command. Boom. Ah, that's crazy. Alright. And then it's just a buffer in it with the device stage data. And that's basically this, it's not staging, yeah, but they did that, but I'm gonna go with this. I like this more. I don't know. I don't like the one. So we're gonna do that, and then defer, error defer, and defer. I guess we could do both. Whoa, not like that. Do you do error defer first or defer? I don't know. Upload buffer, init. You need to take in those things. Okay, just complaining that there isn't. Okay, so we'll take the and GPA. I do we need a GPA. Ah, because it's used. Ah, I see. Okay, it's interesting. And the device. So GPA and device passed in, and it's easier to do this. And I will just that and just do an what? Why is it doing that? There, boom. It's the same thing, just different. Hello, Tom House. How are you? And then here, image barrier. So image barrier seems to... Okay, it's not like an actual, in this binding, it's not a... I think I like my own implementation more. Good, 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 good. And then you copy it, and then... Okay. But this is so annoying with the... There's no LSB for this thing. It's so fucking annoying. Can I maybe do a ZLS file? Like I used to do over here. Wait, boom. Don't I have ZLS somewhere? There it is, joins in ZLS. I think this could work, right? Just do a thinner dot and we'll do a new one and put this over here and we'll go a bit back. But yeah, so you're good. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Tell us. Oops, I meant to go to here and then we're gonna go into, because we want to use, what the fuck do we want to use? We want the ZLS. Yes, that's what we do want. We want it from the renderer, which I want inside, and then we want it from here. I'm gonna put it inside. I'm gonna assume that should work, right? I'm just gonna say yoink. Oh, okay, wait, I'm not gonna. I should be able to go. Error. What? Nailed it, first try. Alright, so I don't know. Let's see, because it's built on save through. And it's just something I like also, but I don't know. Usually that one has fixed most of my since it's the MLSP. Let's see now if it does anything or if it's just gonna continue being a bit. Let's see. Because now what we'll do is that we got this, we got that, and now let's see, because begin immediate commands it called it. We're not gonna call commands like that shit. We're gonna call it, doesn't it need to be a var? Isn't it being passed? It's not a var. Oh, well, I guess it's just a handle, so why would it need to be a variable? That makes sense. Command handler. Now there should be big in immediate, and we will just pass in the device. Boom, very happy. Now it's unused. That's not happy. Okay, let's see. And then we can do a const to transfer image barrier. I don't know. I prefer to always call them like barrier, transfer barrier, or something like to transfer. I'm gonna call it transfer barrier. I think that's more representing what it actually means, right? Well, today I have been on a small walk. Oh, that's nice. I was out with a walk with my little sister today. It was really nice. Good weather and everything. Nothing special. Currently, I'm not working on any project because my full-time job is software development and I'm sometimes working till 18. Oh, damn. When do you start then? Is it like, how long work hours do you have? I mean, I guess depends on what you like to do with your time. Maybe you don't want to even work after a certain amount of time that has passed, right? So, doesn't really matter, I guess, that. Memory barrier. Wait, they also have two. Yeah, because the sub resources, I think they changed in the second one, isn't it? But that, I don't know really. I always used one. But I guess it doesn't really matter. When is the whatever Vulkan barriers and what the memory barriers, image memory barriers. Wow, so many typos, but it's okay. Google will fix it for me. Let's see if I can find the and then in here, because we do want to do the, is it 2? There we go. Because if you look at them, I don't think they are just, they pretty much have the same thing. They just, there's a slight difference that, let's see, the second one you just have everything here. You pass the weak image sub resource range. Wait, I swear to God, there was something that was really nice but I don't remember what the fuck it was. Oh, well, this one is larger. What is this? There's access mask and this stage mask and access mask and then old layout, new layout. Okay, so we have like the... Okay. But but how did you then give the... Okay, yeah, so I switched to using the second one. Oh wait, this is actually provided by Vulkan 1.3. Yeah, I'm trying to keep at least the Vulkan like 1.1 and 1.2 max, but if it's... When is it like actually added in the... in the extensions? Wait, where do you see this? I know you see it somewhere, but I'm probably gonna go to Africa before I find it right now. I swear to God, where is it? Where do you see the access? Let's see also, because can you get it as an extension into an earlier version without? Is it just like core feature, or is it like extend? Doesn't it say it somewhere? Am I dumb? You wait to work at 7 a.m. Bro, you're grinding. Shouldn't it say like somewhere very clearly where it got added and if you can get it with any kind of extension easier? I think it should. I'm frick. Software engineer, what do you use? What is like your stack then? When was added? I think it will understand what I'm trying to talk about. VCAM was added in Vulkan 1.3, provided by to you get it with a extension in 1.1 or 1.2. No, probably not. Because if this is the case, I probably wouldn't prefer to use it. I just have a friend who has like he has Vulkan 1.3 support in some cases. It's weird. Yes, you can use VK in Vulkan 1.1 or 1.2 via synchronization 2 extension. This extension was introduced in Vulkan February 2021 and provides the exact same functionality later promoted to core in Vulkan 1.3. When using the extension, the structure is named VK image berry to Chronos. The command is... Yeah, so we just need to you must enable when creating your logical device. Okay. Okay. Well, it's not... I mean... It's not like that big of a deal, I guess. I just remember that there was something very convenient still with having this stage here. I guess it was it used in sub resources before, or how did it work? Is the structure somewhere? Whoa, look at that. Wait. I swear it was used somewhere. Okay, that's gonna take until tomorrow to find it. Image subject range that is affected by the barrier. C++ Qt embedded Linux. Oh, that's fire. That's so cool. Do you like Qt? I actually had a project in school where I had to read on it. The company. It's wait, so is it Qt? Is it also like kind of like user interface then, if I remember correctly? Isn't it? Let's see, boom. Framework libraries APIs. Just a UI tool that serves the technology backbone. Yeah. Yep, Qt is for UI. Yeah. Pretty fire. Yeah, I'm still trying to get Jupe, but school is starting soon, and we'll be doing some networking, not in like social networking. It will be like networking programming, which will be quite interesting because I already done like TCP and UDP, but I haven't done NAT types for these port forwarding stuff. That's where I started to use Steamworks instead. I was like, I'm not touching that. So I guess I will have the opportunity there to do it instead. I would like to kind of know, should we what is the diff or main diff if we barrier 2 and 1? I guess it doesn't understand. And this default 1. Why use 1 over there? Because I would like to know a little bit, because I feel like I would like to do this one, but then I would have to just see like what's the difference really, because it's like it doesn't show here. Let's see, transfer, it doesn't give me the stage. No. Hello async v67, welcome to the stream. How are you? I can with the old command pipeline where the source, alright, the source destination stage masks are called the level parameter shared by every barrier in the call, and only the access masks live in the struct. Barrier 2 synchronization moves stages into the each barrier struct. Every barrier carries its own complete stage access story, widens the flags to 64-bit with finer stage copy bit, blit bit instead of one blanked transfer bit, and adds honest non-values. Why choose barrier 2 is simply the better design API, self-contained barrier, harder to get accidentally to broad synchronization. Its cost is availability core in 1.3. A feature you must enable via synchronization 2 on 1.2. The old one works everything since 1.0. Yeah. Code already speaks barrier 1, command handler, swap chain transition, and the texture upload needs nothing barrier 2 offers. Stay consistent with barrier 1 if you adopt 1.3 core features wholesale someday. I mean, we could also just do it with the extension. But I guess if it doesn't really benefit for the app that we're trying to create, we don't need it. If you could inject knowledge into your brain, would you do it, or would you still want to learn on your own? I mean, I think I would inject knowledge into my brain, to be honest. But I would just do things still. I would just create because I want to create. Like you can still. I think knowledge is just, well, you kind of learn by doing stuff. It's weird. Like how would you? Because you kind of need to create those circuits, right? So how would you, if you could just inject, you need those neurons, right? So I guess you would have to have a completely transformed brain, and I guess you wouldn't really be like who you are anymore. You would be somebody else, and would you even recognize that transition at all? Like you would just all of a sudden not be you, I guess, because you would be so much more knowledgeable. Because a whole rewire of your structural brain would have to happen, right? Where did the music go? Okay, but then I guess we'll go with the barrier 1. That's crazy. And we do get the LSB. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, old layout. Be undefined, and then we'll have the new layout, which will be transfer destination. Does it have the transfer destination optimal? And source access mask. We don't need anything. Yeah. Don't. And then destination we need to write to transfer. do this real quick. We'll do that and that and that, so we get the new lines. Beautiful. If I could just send electric signals over time so it modifies your brain, you just suddenly remember new things. Although I know that it doesn't actually send electrical signals, that's just the byproduct of the biochemistry happening, so I'm not sure that, but just something I thought about. Although I know that it doesn't send actual signals, but that's just byproduct of biochemistry happening, so I'm not sure. I mean, I guess one would have to also read into it a little bit more like surface level. I don't know. Just know that brain does work with chemical reactions, but they result in like actual electrical signals. But yeah, one would have to read into it a little bit more, I guess, to be able to think about it. But yeah, still though, it's interesting because it's like just saying that there's like so much more to it than just saying that you could just have knowledge, right? It's like a whole jump of so much thought process, right? And like actual experience that kind of makes you knowledgeable. And not only that, but also it's everything is kind of like just an experience, right? So when you know things, it's just because you have experienced something you can reference, and you still just make abstractions of how you perceive the thing. Like we can't really explain things in such clear, how do you say, language or even thought, that it becomes something else than an abstract idea of our understanding. Like however you see or talk about things, you're always seeing it the abstracted way that you understood it, and you're explaining it the way that you have thought about it, but it's like still abstracted because it's not the thing itself. Whenever you see something and you envision it, it's like an abstraction of the thing that you're perceiving, and then you still have to explain it to somebody, and then you're explaining it of an abstraction of how you saw it, and you're making an abstraction of how you're thinking about it. So like, wouldn't you, if you had all of the knowledge, you wouldn't need the abstractions, but it's so weird. So we humans still need to operate on a very like abstracted level, or based on of our own experience. Okay, wait, where was we? We were destination access, so we're gonna do transfer right that we did, and then we also need the... Did I do the source the wrong way? That's okay. We will just change it so that this one becomes the source, and we'll just swap them real quick. That's okay. Because I find it weird. Why is it the source that is like... Wow, that's great. I fucked it up completely. Source there. Bam. And then source becomes this. And then destination get the transfer right. So we write into the destination. The source doesn't need any, but don't we need to read from it? We need to read from the source. I feel like that should be happening, right? We should be reading from it at least. But do you need an access? Source mask isn't the source of the copy. It's which previous GPU access to this image must complete and flush before the transition. Ah, okay. I haven't understood that, but now I do. This image was just created, old layout undefined. Nobody has ever touched it. There's nothing to wait on, so the mask is honestly empty. The read of the staging buffer is a separate concern. Actually, I should just do a whole course on like the image barriers. I have always just copy pasted from a tutorial that I followed online. But now with AI, I guess it's a lot easier to just ask the questions about how they work rather than just going through a tutorial that kind of like just explains it briefly, or that you're just like, no, it's nah. So I guess it's really good. Get rid of the staging buffer is separate concern, and it's already covered. It was written by the CPU before QSubmit, and Vulkan guarantees host rights to host coherent memory made before submit are visible to the whole submission. That's why no buffer values appears anywhere in upload. Okay, then it makes sense because it's just there's no battery before it, and you just need to match that. Okay. And then we have a source queue, family index. The pattern matching the clankers do is the most useful out of all the other things they claim it can do. Yeah, I mean, I literally I have replaced me reading pretty much online tutorials with AI. Because I'm like, it will provide the same tutorial to me, but just with the things that I can leave out the things that I already know. I don't need them re-explained. And if I want to know something more, I can just ask more about the thing that I don't understand. So it will just provide the things that I'm unfamiliar with and provide more information about it. And the things that I already know, I can just say, or I don't even have to say that, provide more info. I always try to say that just give thing, and I will always ask for more information about the things I don't know. And it works pretty well. Like, of course, I also cross-reference to see the code that doesn't make sense, that it actually is writing out, to see the logic, does it flow through correctly. And then also sometimes I do jump into documentation to kind of just see, because documentation still provide a little bit more quickly also, because it's kind of, they usually have the things that are related to the thing, and then I can ask AI more about the thing that was related. It's like I don't know, I jump a bit back and forth. But yeah, okay, so there's Q family ignored. Do we need to ignore the Q family? What? Why the hell? Yank that. And then Q family destination. Don't we need... Okay, I'm gonna ask that. It feels weird. Why cannot spell D? Why is Q family? I guess because it's transfer, but don't we need to be... Let's see, what were the other options? External foreign extension. Okay, what does that really mean then? Because I haven't really ever thought about it. It's just... Those two fields exist for Q family ownership transfer. When a resource creates sharing mode exclusive, moves between different Q families. Okay. So you upload on a dedicated transfer queue, then sampled on the graphics queue. You must write a release barrier with source transfer family, destination graphics family. But they just say the options. Okay, I guess you can. Okay, yeah, the index, so you can provide. Okay. And the matching acquire on the other side. Q family in both means this barrier transfer no ownership. Everything in Gif runs on the. Okay, so if I were to do sample compute shaders particle, well, I guess simulation. I would use the compute queue between runs data renderer. Yes, good. Or actually, is it just transferring it to memory, and then with memory I would just do the drawing? Only if you choose to. Your graphics queue also does compute, dispatch the sim, and draw on same queue. And its sync is just pipeline barrier, compute shader writes, vertex fragment read, queue family still ignored. That's the default way, and plenty for a particle system. Separate compute queue is the async compute optimization, overlapping a simulation with rendering of other things on the real parallel hardware queues. That's when the machinery appears, semaphores between queues, and either release, acquire, ownership transfer, various exclusive resource, or sharing mode concurrent. Worth it when profiling shows the GPU idling, not the place to start. No, I'm probably not gonna do it, but I was just curious. Okay. And then we have the image, which will be self handle to the actual like VK Vulkan handle of the image, and then sub resource range. Let's see, aspect mask, color bit. Wait, okay, I actually do have the LSB now. That's freaking fire. Color bit was true. Yeah, that makes sense. And base mipmap level 0. Yes, that's also makes sense. I don't do that. Level count. Don't remember that one. Base layer 0. Yeah, that makes sense. And layer count 1. Yes, that makes sense. But level count 1. What was that for? Wait, I already got that. And I think I will do one of those to keep it a little bit nicer. What's the level? Oh. MIP levels, okay, wait, but isn't that just... Oh, yeah, because we don't have MIP levels, and then we just say that we want to use the conc1. Describes which slice of the image the barrier or view covers. MIP level count, pick MIP maps, or MIPs. Base layer, picks array layers. Yeah. Your images are created with MIP map levels of 1, so it's the base 0, count 1, the whole image... what is where you see count greater than 1 or per level barrier during split chain. Yeah, we don't do any MIP maps, so it's we don't need to worry about it. But then it makes sense. Okay. And then we do device proxy, command pipeline barrier, command top of pipeline bit true, transfer bit true, and yeah, so this is just top of pipeline, so the beginning, basically, if I remember correctly. I think I do. Device proxy command pipeline barrier setting command, and then these are always like a bit top of pipe bit was true. Yeah. Self passing the handle of the image. Wait, did I do that right? That is wrong. I looked at the wrong line. That's okay. And then the transfer bit. Why do we... If you already do a... What language is this? Hello, is it Nick? How do you pronounce it? Blah and Z. That was a ghost go completely wrong. Whoa. It's Zig. The programming language is Sig, called Sig. They're not really a big fan on AI, but I still use AI to learn. I don't really mind. And transfer bit will be equal to true. It's just with the bit mask, I kind of prefer to still do the C wave with bit fields. This packed struct feels so weird to do. I'm gonna do this just so we get the new lines. Yes. And then we can, I don't know if that's even worth it. We can do this. And then we'll just do a empty one. So we have the source stage map. Okay, yeah. So this was what would have been now in image memory barrier 2 would have the stage masks, destination, and source. But instead we do it in the pipeline here. Sig has so much syntax noise. Penguin operator is really happy to see you, async. Yeah, I do agree. It's well, noise. I guess it's still not fully fledged out, but sometimes I just wish I was back in using C because I'm everywhere. By the way, I know you're everywhere, man. It's like name one place where you're not. Sucks, but you have Penguin Operator blocked? I haven't blocked, but I did see I am in the chat on stream. Okay. Yeah. You have blocked the Penguin Operator, man? How could you do that? That poor guy. What did he do to deserve it? What could he have done? Because he bind. How old are I? Hello, Barstoren 1452. I'm 25. I turned 25 this summer actually, so yeah. I mean, yeah. Keybind1, watch him. Wait, who is Keybind? Or are you talking about some streamer or what? Who? Starting to sound like an owl. Who? Okay, wait. We got that. We want to do a 0. What is the 0 for? It's for dependency flags. Okay, so we don't do any dependency. Interesting. And then we pass a null for memory barriers. Interesting. Yeah, because we do image barriers now. And then a 1 for image memory barriers. Yeah, okay. And then we do a pointer array basically. And I didn't call it, okay, I'll call it transfer, and it's not even gonna give me the LSP. Oh, that's freaking crazy. Barriers. Like so. Look at that. That's crazy. We got it. And we can now probably just say, whoa. I didn't even tell it. Whoa. And I pressed the wrong key twice. That's good. Barrier, boom. You looked younger though. Thank you. I think I will take it. You gonna try to make money off your GIF editor? If you are, how you gonna advertise it? Flint.mp4. No, I probably won't. It's first of all, it's just a very early prototype for myself. Because okay. On Windows, there is the screen to GIF, which I love to use when I was on Windows. It's a really good tool. It basically does this. You just you drag a little box and then you just press a little cool record button. You're like boom, and then it just records it or whatever. It's somewhere else. But basically, that's the idea. There's no such thing on Linux yet. There is one who is trying to make something, but I tried to use it. It just crashed. What was it called? Hypershot? Something like that. It just didn't work. So I'm just trying to create something where you just basically can do this there, and I don't think it will run though because I have so much in the middle right now. We'll see if it runs and I will see what I will comment out. Okay, great. Yeah, because the image is still on the damn it. Okay. I got this. Don't worry about it. I got it. Okay, but basically it will just start the application. You will do a selection of where you would like to record, and then you do understand everything on your screen, lol, every line of code and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'm using a binding, so I'm still trying to get used to what all of these, for example, proxy is here. it's really weird. Like if you go, okay, great. Where do we have the proxy? There, boom, device proxy, and we can see that it's still like device, right? This is our own abstraction of the thing, and then it comes from. Then you have like the handle for the device, but then there's this device proxy, which I have understood it's kind of like the same way that kind of like Wayland has these proxies that are just you just have these. This is basically the calls to do the things that you would normally do with the device. It's like the wrapper device kind of stuff that normally. Well, sorry, I'm a bit. I should probably explain a little bit easier. This is basically the thing that I'm also like a bit confused about. But normally in Vulkan, when you want to do something that is device related, you have your device, logical device. You have your GPU, right? This is your physical GPU, right? And then out of that one, you can create a logical GPU, which is just comes from out of the physical one. And with that one, you can perform all sorts of actions to perform basically on your, well, your GPU has, for example, memory. And usually what you do is you use your logical device to operate on the memory. And you have to go through a function, right? And usually the first thing you pass into the function is your logical device. But with this thing now, this is a wrapper, which is the thing that I'm finding super confusing, is that you don't do it. You just have this proxy, which is kind of like the same thing, but it's in SIG. If you come from an object-oriented programming language or something like that, there are namespaces which you can just take in your structure as the first parameter, and then you can also use that structures as a namespace, so it's just more convenient to call functions that are related to the device. And that's basically what the proxy is trying to do. I hope that kind of made sense to something. Oh my, how many lines did you write? Damn. No, this one is not actually written by me. This is written by my friend, and I'm just adding stuff to it right now that I need to do to perform the thing I want to do. But yeah, I have done this other project, which is, let's see, can I run that? This is like the other project that I just don't feel like working on it right now or anymore. Which is, it is available on Steam also if you want to play it, the playtest that is. It's also using Vulkan, the same stuff, and well, you can't hear, but there's also sound in it, and it's basically, well, like a little game of kind of like Risk of Rain kind of style. But this one has like way more lines of code in it. But yeah, I wanted to, and then I'm just skipping a few stages to get to something a little bit more interesting, because it generates the terrain, right? For you, so you don't have to. Well, yeah, I don't manually write the terrain, like it's just generated. And there's different kinds of enemies, but I don't know, I didn't feel like really working on it anymore, so I wanted to make something different. So it's kind of like on pause or something like that, you could say. But it's on Steam, just called Planetary Sigma, if you want to go and try it out. It is the same version that you just saw. Let me see here. There, it's in playtest. And it should also work on Windows. Let's see, I will put it in the chat so you can access it. There. It should work on Windows as well. I build natively on Linux, but I have friends who use Windows who have tried it, and I also run it through my virtual machine that I have on Linux to try it out. I use my other graphics card to kind of just see that it works. Yeah. But yeah, that one is a little bit larger project. This one is right now just started for this case that I want a editor for Gif to quickly just take shots of what I'm trying to do, and I haven't found such a good tool yet. Wait. I I haven't had any bugs with Wayland since switching over to it earlier this year. Everything just worked somehow. Yeah. I don't know. I used to use the X11, but then I switched to Wayland and Cosmic, I think, first. But yeah, and I also kind of enjoyed Wayland way more, way more than X11. But X11 do is like if you do render docs or if you I think even VR is it's better supported on X11 than Wayland. Sadly. Uh let's see, or many old applications as well. Lucas, would you like to observe programmer discuss politics? I think we do it too much anyways. We should be focused on creating software, right? My first distro was Kali uh, WX or with XPC. Okay, now I'm on Arch KDE Wayland. Okay. What language do you know? I've started learning Python recently. I have programmed most, I would say, in C. Then I think Sig, or actually, if you depending on if you mean code lines written or if you mean time spent. But C, Sig, C++, Java I have used JavaScript, TypeScript, well, the web stack basically. And then I do know a bit of Python. I'm not a big fan of Python, but I do know a bit of it. What else? Autoit. It's a scripting language. And I do know a little bit of assembly, 6502 and x86. x86 I'm not that good with, but I have done, and MIPS I have also because it was used in university. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. C# because of Unity. I have done stuff in Unity, so I do know a little bit of C# as well. And PHP, actually. I have done stuff in PHP, believe it or not. Oh my god. There's so many languages I have touched. Jesus. Let's see. Penguin operator, this is... Are you talking to yourself? Yeah, okay. Cool. Wait, where were we? We're still trying to get this... whichever thing this was, right? So we have this now. So we are doing a transfer bit and then top of the pipeline. So it's just basically the first thing, I think, if I remember correctly. Wait, it's self. Okay, it's just a bit buggy with the LSP. That's okay. We don't care. Try watching him. He does tunnels. Is the VPN crypto bot all in Golang? Also learning Rust for min.io. We can look into it in a bit. I'm still like trying to work with this thing. But thanks, we'll take a look. Okay, but let's see. We wanted to do... So this should now just execute that command or put it in the command queue. And then basically we will now do the copy because now we should be ready basically for that process. Device, proxy... command. Yeah, this is the proxy, right? So it usually would have to pass in the device, but now we can just do this thing because it's kind of like wrapper or something. I don't know. It's weird. And copy buffer to image. So we will have this buffer that we have filled with the data that we want to use, and now we're gonna put the data from that buffer into the actual image that is living on the device memory. And sometimes switches to politics, cheesy. Yeah, man, we also do that sometimes here. I don't like it, so I try to really keep it on to the programming. Bro, you guys are crazy. A friend of mine is also doing coding, and some stuff he's writing thousands and thousands of lines to. I have a huge respect to you. No, but I do know also plenty of other people who really like... They're really smart. Like, it's crazy, you know, that they just but I think it just shows that people who just spend time trying to do stuff and write, you know, it just comes naturally for them to see and how to define things, right? So everyone has something that they can look at somebody else and be like, whoa, how do you do that? That's crazy. And then for them, they're just like, it's just, you know, you just do it, you know, it's no big deal. Let's see. Async, of course, I'm anxious about. Oh my god. Let's not talk politics, guys. Let's keep that out of here. We talk programming in here and stuff. People don't write code at their job anymore. They just read it sometimes. What? Okay, well, I'm not employed, so how would I know? At least the people I speak with, so they write code at their job. Okay, we're gonna take the command and then staging handle. What? That's where did that come from? Where did the staging handle come from? Ah, look, it's just the buffer, which I just call upload buffer. But I guess it would be a better name actually to call it staging buffer. I don't know. Well, staging, because we already know that it's buffer. So why would I put buffer after? We already know that it is a buffer. That's kind of dumb. That's actually redundant. Yeah, true. Everyone just generates tokens and wipes it, yeah, and it's good when the load from human gets dropped. This is the first point where I criticize shows in history and const. No, don't do it. Let's keep it cool, all right? We are cool here, all right? We won't talk. You can DM me about this. You can DM me, but don't bring it up over here. Okay, so apparently staging the it's still the LSP is not doing the right thing, but yeah, it's supposed to be the source buffer, which is the staging buffer, and we're gonna provide a handle for it, so the device knows about it, can use it. And let's see, what is the next? Then we want to do the self handle, so we're gonna give the image basically. Bit annoying that, yeah, destination image, yeah. So then we have the image, basically the Vulkan image. So it will take it from the buffer and provide it over to the image. And then we have transfer destination optimal. Is that actually just a, okay. And destination optimal. Wait, what was the thing? I want to read that. It's image layout, yeah, okay. And then we're gonna do one for, is it actually correct now? Yeah, now it's correct. P region, so yeah, pointer regions? Wait, hold on, that can't be now, because we cannot put a 1. Does that make sense? I think something is incorrect there with that, because it's a pointer to regions and you say 1. Doesn't that happen? What? What? Okay, let's see, what does, if I take, okay, yeah, okay, no, okay, so it's destination image layout 1. Okay, that makes more sense, okay. No, wait, it doesn't, because now it's, okay. I don't know, I will type this out, and we will probably see later on what it was actually supposed to be. Without LSP, that sucks a lot. Okay, I think I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go into here, and we're gonna see that it's actually a, what do we have? We have destination image layout, right? That's what we just did. And then it's a pointer to the regions, so I'm reading the wrong thing, am I not? No, I'm not. I am reading the right thing. I don't understand why it would say this 1 here, because it assumes probably that it's just that it's a pointer but not an array, because SIG provides the len, so that's why. Okay, yeah, we don't need that one then. We can forget about it, probably, most likely. I think we could. We are cool like that. We are gonna forget about it. Okay, but at least come on, give me something. Can I do this and you would at least give me some? Oh, you are not gonna give me any LSP. Okay, that's, we can take this. Now we can go in here and then we can do it with LSP here. on the outside so we can actually see what we're trying to do here. Okay, so we're gonna do this. It's this equal to no LSP. Oh, you have to be cooking with me. What the fuck? Come on, give me some LSP. There's no LSP on this thing. I swear to God. Okay. No information available. Oh, I'm a donkey. Sorry, guys. I forgot I need to prefix it with the VK. Okay, guys, I got it. Look, fuck. There, boom, nailed it. Okay. If what sorry. If what I'm very anxious about politics, you know, where do I come from and why am I so anxious? But of course, if rules prohibit that, I drop it. Yeah. It's I mean, politics is it's still good to talk about, you know, because it's that's the only way we can actually learn to see and understand one another. But I think there's better medium for that kind of like I'm not a very good how do you say regulator of it, so I think there's better platforms for it if you want to talk about it. But yeah, okay, so we do have the buffer image height, so we probably want to do then just we do already have all of this information, right? But why is it why is it tightly packed match your FFmpeg frames buffer? Okay, it's assuming that I'm doing the FFmpeg here, but I'm not doing it yet. I'm just doing a blank image right now. Or that's what I'm thinking of doing, just a basic image, not a FFmpeg yet. Okay. But let's see. Buffer image height. What would it? Okay, so offset 0. Yeah, offset 0 makes sense. And then it wants a. What would you put the buffer row length 0? I think. Let's see. I will ask it. And then we'll do a height 0. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I don't think that's right, but sure. Extent and offset. Okay, I guess if they are. Okay, so it's like the actual image, these things, but how do you go from... Okay. Let's see, I will save this real quick, so we get it on a new line as well. No? Okay, we won't. Let's see. Right. Just gonna do that. So, boom. So now we have it on a new line, and then we can do the sub-resource, which is kind of saying the same thing all over again. Interesting. I'm gonna stream and I have already designed my system of regulations. Wait, I'm gonna stream? Oh, you mean stream? Okay, my bad. It should be chatting breaks fixed in streaming agenda scheduled. Okay. I mean, you're free to do that, you know. You can do that. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody would stop you. The color bit. True. So we're basically going with the color stage, I guess. Just, yeah. Why the hell am I not getting shit? Or do I have to do it like here? Yeah, what am I doing wrong? Okay, we'll figure it out. Do this, and then we are back at this thing. So sub resources, okay, that's why. MIP level 1, 0? 0. And base array layer 0, and what was the last one? Layer count 1. Yes. Okay. And then image offset, we won't have... Can I just... No, I cannot split it. Or I guess I could bitcast 0, I wouldn't have to type it out, but I guess it's also good to type back. Image extent. Well, now we should have this from the image itself. Yeah. Self, size, height, and then we'll do the width, self, image, width, size, height. Boom. I think I fucked it up. Yeah, put height on both. That's great. Width. And then we have depth, it's just gonna be 1. I'm gonna assume that for a little bit longer until we get to that. But a point where it won't play anymore, but right now it's fine to assume that. I would like to know a little bit more about this. Why buffer 0? Hard-coded chat rules. What do you mean by hard-coded chat? I have no idea what you mean by hard-coded chat. Three different where, how. Okay, wait, three different where, how is the data laid out in the buffer knobs. Okay, buffer offset 0. Okay, well that one makes sense. We don't want to offset it. We want to start from where we have it. Byte where the pixels start. Our staging buffer holds exactly one frame and nothing else. So the beginning non-zero if you packed several images into one buffer. Okay. Buffer row length 0. The buffer row pitch in texels. 0 is the special value meaning tightly packed, derived from image extent width. If your source rows had padding, remember where screen copy is tried. This is where you declare it. If an MPEG raw video is tightly packed, so 0 is exact. Okay. Buffer image height. Same idea vertically. Only matters for 3D. Okay. Array copies packing multiple slices. Okay, so yeah, because we just take in raw data that do not have any, like it's already fixed. We don't have any stride on it. Like if you have an image, let's say, well, it's actually more or less a pixel, right? You have RGBA. This is 1 pixel. It's not 4 pixels. It's 1 pixel. You can still like have extra space in here for that pixel, so this would actually represent 1 pixel right here, and that means that we would have extra space per, but we are not doing that shit. We are actually quite good with it, so we're good with how we do it, so we just have this shit, and that's supposed to represent 1 pixel. So we don't have that, and that's why we can use 0 here. Okay, cool. Metaphoring a lot. Yes, it's good to metaphor. It's good to metaphor. I would say it's good to metaphor. I would always metaphor. I had a friend who told me that I metaphor too much. Good friend though, good friend. He's a really good friend. He is still a good friend. Yeah, so we're gonna take this now from here. We're gonna yank that because now we got the LSP to figure that shit out. And we can put it straight. Not like that. What, did it yank it? I don't think it did yank it. Yank it again. Paste it again. Yeah, now it yanked it. Good. So, and then what we want to do is still put one of those, and then we also want to put one of those. And then we should be... Yeah, it's just some weird shit going on, but that's pretty much all that we care about, except that we do need to put a pointer in front of this thing. Or make it a pointer. Put a pointer. You guys get it, right? we need the address of it, so it will be actually just in the binary, and then we'll get the pointer to it, and then it can do what the thing that it wanted to do with it. Really freaking cool. Okay. And then after we have done that, we have now copied it. Now we want to do again a image barrier. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing, except that we will swap the order pretty much, and then can we select to undefined? No, okay. Read. Okay. I'm stupid. It's okay. And did I remove something? Fuck. Boom. Oh, okay, wait, I did that. Scary, man. I thought I removed something I shouldn't have removed. Alright, then we'll take... It will be basically almost the same thing, just slightly different. So this is to sample, so sample barrier. Sample barrier? That doesn't make sense. Sample barrier. I just like to call them barriers, but the barrier in front of the type. Why am I calling it barrier? Oh my god, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Oops. We're gonna rename it. We're gonna rename it to transfer. We're gonna call it transfer. To transfer. Okay, we're gonna take what they told us to. Guess it makes sense. And then we can rename this one to sample as well. It actually made sense now when I think about it. At first I was like, nah, that doesn't make sense. But now, root? What the fuck would I call it? Root? I didn't like it at first, but now when I think about it, we already know the type. Why would it redeclare the type in the name? That doesn't make any sense. So, okay. So it's basically now we just swap the old, take what we used to do. This is why I like my own my own implementation of this in my old application, because I just always assumed that the old would have, or the new one would have the old one as layout anyways, so we wouldn't have to retype it. But I guess it's kind of bad because then you can't do a skip. You would have to create a whole new barrier for that to work, which you either way would have to do right now. So I guess it was a good idea. Whatever. We're doing this shader. So the stage will be shader read only optimal. Okay. So so it will be for the shaders, and then basically this will be the old one now. So we will have the source to have transfer bit. Yep. Swap it out like so, and then this one will be shader read bit. Is it just, so wait, are we putting the, so we're, is it, yeah, we're putting the image to be read by the shaders. Oh, okay, yeah. And then we don't really care about these things because there's no other graphics queue, that is, graphics queue, any queue family that is supposed to operate on this thing, so we ignore it. We say that this image is now ready to be read by shaders, so shaders can access it. Pretty fire. Then the sub resource to transfer. Okay, so we're just gonna reuse the same shit. Well, yeah, it does make sense. So we're gonna just say to transfer sub resource range. Bam! Fuck, not like that. And then that's pretty fire. I think it will pretty much be the same thing also for this thing. Boom, boom. Let's see. Paste it there, desampled. But this will not be at top anymore. It cannot be, can it? So command buffer, yeah, so we are now just swapping this one to be over there instead, and then this one will become fragment shader. Yeah, because the image will be used in the fragment shader. Wow. The thing that I still dislike with this binding is that you're getting like this SIG kind of paradigm design instead of actual C, right? Which I kind of liked with the old one, was that you could have the C and just use that, but now that's not the case because we are just using like the whatever the SIG was, the SIG binding tells us, so you're not getting really the C syntax. You can see I don't like it, no like. And then that will basically replace, I mean, wasn't this just more beautiful? This was what I used to do. Now we're doing, I think this is actually more. Like, what the fuck? How did it go from using a binding to writing more code than just using the C binding? And it was less, it was clearer what it did. SMH. That's just sad. Okay, we can do device. Nope, we cannot do device, I forgot, sorry, my bad. It's, oh wait, it's device proxy. I always forgot. No wait, this is actually not, this is the handle and immediate. And then we take in device and command buffer. Boom. And that's pretty much it. Do we have something that is unused here? Bytes per pixel. I guess we don't need it because data will already tell us all that we need to know. It was just used for memcopy. And that will just work. Texture table. So now we're back to creating the texture here. And what we want to do is to create texture. We'll take in all of the information. We create an image, and then with this new image, we can now do a upload. Whoa! This thing will require a little bit of shit. We will give it a GPA. We'll give it a something I don't know what it is. It's the device. Great. Then we want to give it a physical device, which we also got, and we want to give it the whoa. Do this real quick. Can I actually not get? I cannot. That's crazy. The command handler. Fuck! I don't have that command. Well, it will still be Vulkan itself. That's what we call it. Called Vulkan, the high level thing that owns all of this shit. So we could pass in the command handler as well. I think it would be legal. I think I would take it in here. I'm really gonna check into when to just store it in the device. Because this feels weird. Const command handler is equal to at import. Command handler sig. There, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go there, and we can string command handler all. Now we're happy, or I guess the code is happy. I'm not that happy. And then we wanna give it the data, which will come from info. Data. No, I swear, okay, bytes. We'll rename it to data. I guess it would be more persistent with everything else. And yes, we have now created an image, we have uploaded the image, and I guess what we actually want to do is store the images, not the wiki device. Let me think about that for a moment real quick, because we do... Yeah. Someone sent this flip phone meme from Commodore and it costs 399. Wait, what? Flip phone meme from Commodore? What? What? I don't know. I'm gonna a nice fishing link. Let's see. I'm getting flashbanged. Commodore callback 8080. Oh, okay. One of the most interesting phones of the year. Crazy. 344. Damn. How does this cost 399 to manufacture? They had, like, do you mean back in the days? Or right now? I don't think right now it wouldn't cost that much. Am I gonna store the actual image? How did I used to do it? Let's see. Textures, texture tables, entry, m time path, handle, texture handle. Let's see. There. No. I want to see where do I... We're gonna go here, upload image. I need to find that basically. Vulkan upload. There should be an upload image in here, otherwise that's kind of weird. I guess I do texture. Here. No, that's just texture handle. Resources probably in here. Texture table, yep. And texture table. And then I just have taken, but how do I don't remember, how did I map it to be something of value that the other ones could use? Post type register empty allocate texture next taken slot 3 at sampler right skybox, right combined, right, because I just wrote it straight. Oh, fuck. Destination, yeah. Okay, and where do we have that? Right, skybox, right, okay, yep. And descriptor buffer, because, yep. And then I just had a handle which was not directly associated. Oh my god, that's bad. I mean, I guess it works, but it's bad. It's bad. Wait, what's happening in chat? Every package included the call packed 1820 phone, USB-C charging, data cable, removable battery, 32 gigabytes micro SD, card packed with content, spiral bound, user guide, and sticker sheet. This cost like $10 to buy from Chinese. Damn. This is awesome. I'm learning HTML and CSS at the moment. Oh shit, nice. Yo, what's up, mate? Yo, what's up, Geo guys? Finally doing something else than the game, I guess. Yeah. Good night, Penguin Operator. What's the time? What is the time? Yeah, I should also be heading soon, but yeah, I don't know. I put the game to the side because I was like, I need something different. I want to do something different. I want to do something a little bit more useful. The game was cool. I may go back to it, but right now I don't. I don't know. I would like to create something a little bit more different, something more useful or something like that. You know. The game was. It's still there. How did you start learning? How I started learning? Well, what do you mean? Like, you get enrolled in school? Your parents teach you something? But yeah, okay, wait. I'm gonna. Actually, all I care about is just uploading the. I don't even. Well, I do need to store the image somewhere, right? The image needs to live. That's so I can still like free all of the memory. And that's. Yeah, because I just need the image view if I'm totally honest. But still, let's see, where do I do here? Missing upload, and where do I, well, I guess missing is a bad example. But I do need to store the images somewhere. Retired image, yeah. Okay, here. So I just store a texture array like that, and then, yeah, I map it with a texture handle. Which also could just have been an array. Because it's, you just didn't cast it. You don't need a, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna store it like that. I'm gonna change it to be just image. Image, like so. So we're gonna have an array of all of the image slots. Just a burn healer, I think it's very important. I get it. What? A burn healer? What? Learning code like program. I meant burnout, not burn. Burnout healer, I think. No, for me it's not burnout, because if I wanted to work on it, I would. But I'm like pretty satisfied also where it is. I just want to work with something where I put in input and I get a good output from. And right now I feel like the input I put into the project is not the same output that I could get from doing something else. I feel like I get a greater output from pursuing this thing, so I'm doing this thing now. It's just like balancing stuff in that sense, to just see that where do you get the greatest output from for the thing that you put in. So if I see that there is value to put into my old project, then I would do it. But right now I don't see it, so I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I will leave it. Learning to code programming, I think or I started as young as 14, I think. Not like doing anything much, but a little bit, and then it kind of died. But I think it really kicked off when I started university, because I was like, I'm actually gonna start trying to program more every day. And then I just sat down and just started programming. I was like, I'm gonna program something. I don't know what I'm gonna program, but I'm gonna program something. And I just started doing it. Before that, I was though also in another school called Hive Helsinki. It used to be part of the 42 network. I don't know if you know about that. 42 network. It's a pretty good. You should join that if you don't. If you really want to. If you don't know programming, because it's a really good school network to like join. I don't know if anyone in the chat has been part of or done the 42 school, but it's really good because you learn C programming there. I think that's where I kind of learned that you can do anything. Thank God for me that I started before AI existed, so I learned how to learn without AI. Basically back then it was don't copy paste from Stack Overflow. But nowadays I use AI to learn because I find it as a great tool still to quickly get information that you need to write what you need to get done. So I just see it as an alternative to Googling. It's just a little bit smarter. So I don't know. I don't mind it. I use it. But I don't use it to copy paste code without understanding it, because then it doesn't make sense, because then it's like copy pasting from Stack Overflow and you don't learn shit. Just understand the code that you copy, right? That's pretty much all you have to do. And then AI is fine to use for that. Alright, so basically what we want to do now is we want to store this image. This image is not that big anyway. It's this thing, which is basically a U64, another probably U64, yep, and another U64, another U64. No, that's a scene, so probably U32. And that's a U64. So it's not that big. I think we can store them in an array and then just copy over all of the data. And we should be pretty good by just doing basically, because we do a create texture, right? So we can do a self.table self next handle. I may have to do an int cast there. Is equal to new image, like that. And then self.next handle plus equals 1. Pretty fire, right? And then what we can do here is that we're gonna return a handle. So we're gonna return shit. Is this dumb? Next handle -1. I think that's fine. Because we do need to increase it and then return. We could store it, but that's just dumb. We don't need to do that. And basically with this information now, on initialization, we should be able to create a blank image, which would be doing basically this. We will do a const. I'm gonna redo this because we're gonna reuse a little bit of the information. And we're gonna call it blank1 image. It's equal to self. We do not have self. It's fantastic because we're creating self. You see, this is why I like to take self in a lot, because, well, we could also do it outside. I think blank is such an essential part of this whole thing that I'm actually just gonna create it from the outside and pass it in the structure that we're gonna be using. That just makes more sense. Picture table. And then the ownership falls more on, well, you could actually just make this a pure struct and you wouldn't have an initialization at all. That could also work. But I do like still to do this, because with this now, that means that the thing outside of it will have to be responsible for its memory rather than itself kind of like initializing it. I'm not a big fan of initialization functions, because then you're kind of like, well, it still will be created on the stack, right? But the thing is, now the thing itself is responsible for creating itself, and that's like, what the fuck? Like, now we're creating the memory for it from the outside, and now we're telling it how it should fill itself. That makes more sense. Or like how it should be filled. Ideally, it's also a very small thing, so I guess we wouldn't even need to do a init. We could literally just do this from the outside. But it's a little bit of encapsulation still to put it in here, which is fine. I think this is not even gonna be an image, I just realized. But we're gonna get a handle, so we do get in self, probably as a pointer. We're gonna do still of self, and then create texture. Boom. And we can now pass in the GPA, device, physical device. We need the command handle and the information about the thing we want to create. So GPA, device, physical device, command. We're gonna take it from here. Boom. Put it there. Boom. We can do that, and then we can go back here. Command handler. And now we want to pass in this thing. It's gonna be a width, right? Of 1. Because this is just a blank image, it's nothing else. And then a height, we lost the LSB, great. And then data, I think it was data. Yeah, data of U8s. Now, we need to represent a white pixel using U8s, right? And basically, well, we could use a math library that actually does this really conveniently, but this is actually such a small thing that I don't think I'm gonna import the math library in here, because each of those can reach a 256, right? 255, right? 256 is like the max, so we can do just 255, 255, 255. Now we get full red, full green, full blue, and full alpha for the data, and we'll upload that as a image. That should give us actually a white square, quad, well, a white texture, which I call blank 1. It's actually just the handle. But this is a little bit interesting now, because actually what I was thinking was, this is gonna start from 1 now. It wasn't supposed to, it was supposed to, fuck. Jesus shit. Okay, it's fine. What we'll do instead is, we can start from 0. It's fine, because this will always just work. We'll take the 0 index, it will go, yep, 0 is now this blank 1, because it happens when you initialize the thing. And then, but you never really call it. That's, now this is a bit weird, we have a hole in it to perform this one thing, and then we don't really care. Jesus Christ. This could as good as well be just done on the outside. We wouldn't even need an init for this shit. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need an init for this. We could just do it on the where we would like to call it and just have it there. I think that's just better. You're gonna do that. I don't really have a reason for doing it like this. So renderer, we do have the texture table, right? And I'm gonna store it. Let's see. Would it make sense? Well, these are all like very Vulkan specific, then it still belongs to here. But here we have a little bit of memory management. I think we could squeeze it in between here. That would kind of look good. Texture table. And this is the thing that will be used for all of the images that will ever be used, and it will just be really good. So we got the texture table here. That's great. Now when we do texture table, we will remove the init. We're just gonna be creating a texture table. We won't even have an init anymore. It will be like bye bye. And then what we can do is it. Well, let's actually copy all of that over. That's gonna be a bit interesting. But we can do this. And then we can change this to, right, we're gonna have to change it to a var. Texture table, texture, great. Did it wrong. Texture underscore table. Nah, that's fantastic. Right. We do need to tell it though to be equal to a default setup. And then we'll change this to a variable. So we can do, and then we're gonna change this, and we can get rid of this stuff. And I think this makes sense. So we'll just, this is funny because now we're just assuming that, right, the first thing that ever gets created will be the blank handle, right? Very good assumption. But we can now completely forget about this existence, which is pretty cool. And we have the create texture, which should then just work. We should be creating that texture, and we should have it, and we should be very happy about having it. And now we also do want to deinitialize this stuff. I think that we could actually have a D-init for. Which is kind of weird, because if you usually... I try to couple them that if you ever use a D-init or an init, they come like together. But for now, it doesn't make sense to have an init. It's just like you're creating a function to initialize the thing that could just be done on the same line. Now you're just creating another function that would do it, and then you have to jump to another function to do the thing that you just wanted to do earlier. It's like, whoa, what? Okay, but D-init makes sense though, because we need to destroy every image that has been created through this whole session of using Vulkan. So we're gonna take in self, which will be a pointer to texture table. We do probably need to take in pretty much all of the things that we have down there. Yeah. Well, at least I'm feeling this. At least that. Maybe we don't need a physical device. But we're gonna check. We don't need to do an error on the init. And then we're gonna take the self. No, wait, are we gonna... Yeah, we're gonna take the self. And we want to go through the table. That's basically what we're gonna do. Well, before we can do that, we do need to do a for loop. And we're gonna iterate from 0 to next handle. Can we iterate like on an enum like that? I think we can. I hope we can. And then I'm gonna call it handle, even though it's pretty much just an iterator. And then what we can do is take this, and now with the texture table, we basically got the handle, right? I think could you probably already like... Why is my... Wait, what the fuck? Okay, no, okay, it's actually cooked. I'm just gonna reopen it. My key bindings got fucked for some reason. There, table, access the by handle, and now we have a guarantee that all of the handles that we're gonna go through are a image that has ever been created. Yeah, we don't need a physical device, so we can just call de-initialize on it. Why the fuck did we not get the dot? Now, this thing doesn't cover... Okay, we might need a physical device because... Do we? I'm gonna pass in the GPA, the device. We're gonna get some leaks if it's the case that we unused function parameter. Let me take a look, because we do need to destroy, and then we upload all of the data. It might be that we have to still destroy the... I do have a feeling we should destroy a little bit more, but it will complain and we'll learn from the complaints. And then we don't even need to free this thing, because that's just stack memory, and yeah, that's all we have to destroy on it. So it's almost like we could also do that outside, but this one I will let slide. Yeah. So we can go back to the renderer, and then we'll go to the... There's the unit. Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, we do need to call the init before we destroy the actual device. So wait idle, and we could actually do it the first thing... Yeah, because everything is idle, so now we can start destroying it. Texture table, de-initialize, passing in the self, and then the device. But I already got the device. Why am I doing this? Boom. And also we did the GPA with cleaner, so why am I doing this? And then I thought that would be a bit funny. I put a capital M there instead of a semicolon. Yeah, that's pretty fire. And now we should have cleared... I'm like 50% sure we should have cleared everything. We'll take a look. We'll run it. Oh. And let's see it. Oh, yeah, okay. That's the earlier part about doing this, the region you want to record and then playing it. But we need to do a little bit of we need to launch the window and see how. Okay, guys, if the stream ends right now because the computer crashes, then it crashes, alright? So we're gonna open a window and then we're gonna start the renderer and do that. Oh, okay. Handle equals 0. Found compile time. Okay, good. We're getting already problems. Okay, I'm gonna say it to be blank by default. That's okay. What is the next problem? Fuck. Missing field table. Right, table needs to be something. Okay, I'm gonna give it a default value to undefined. Whoa! Double undefined. I don't think that will work. And then, can I not do this? Fuck, I wanted to read that. Okay. Let's see, I'm just gonna change. The music died again. There. Boom. Fire. Okay, let's see. Why is it does not support the rain? Wait, like that? Are you happy now? No, you're not happy. Wait, I cannot do it like this. You have to be joking. How the fuck do I do this then? I know I can do this. I know this is possible. Okay, wait. No. This should be possible because it's just an upload real quick about the data. It will be in the binary when this happens. Do I have to put all of these inside of angle brackets? Let me quickly just try. I'm just gonna do with one number because oh my god, why is it so loud? I swear to god, this should be like fine, but it's not. So why? You have to put another one like for it to. Well, that doesn't seem to have. What the fuck? Oh wait, I see. And type does not support the reinitialization. And now I would put this thing here and let's see what it says. Then I will put another one of them over here and let's see what it says. Expected. Okay, so now it's complaining about that one. I swear to god. Fuck. It's one of these. I know it's something like this. I know I can do something like this. Okay. So it doesn't like that it's... Well, actually the data doesn't need to be manipulated, so we could actually in here just say const. Okay, that's why it doesn't like it. And then, wait, why is this height? Okay, good. Good, we're getting somewhere. And am I just misspelling height? Or is, how do you spell height? I'm actually misspelled height. It's HT. Yeah, okay, I have misspelled it. That's great. Boom. And then I will fix it here at the same time. And the next problem is over here. HT. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. And then error union. We need to do a try. We actually need to do a try. Yeah, this one also needs a try, that's why. And then const. Okay. This needs to be a var. And then we have the data here, which also supposedly is, yeah. It's thinking that it's supposed to be a, wait, what the fuck? Just a U8 line. That can't be right, bro. That can't be right. Wait, what the fuck is this the one taking in? Okay, yeah, it's supposed to take in an array. Yeah, okay, good. So we're gonna change the const U8. And then, whoa. Comp time. Well, yeah, it needs to know what this data is. So we're gonna say that it is a... Oh, but it wants to type like this, right? I think it's like that. Let's go check the init buffer. The type comes in and then it says that it's gonna be an array of that, yeah. Right, cool. Lucas like Hello Daniel, how are you? Expected 6 argument, found 7. Now which one is the extra one over here? First of all, this one needs to swap places. And then we do this one also needs to swap places. And then apparently we got 2 devices. Now that's pretty freaking fire. What is Giffer? It's call it Gizzer. For real, bro. Render buffer user does not support struct initialization. Well, I kinda need it to support that shit now. What the fuck? That sucks ass. Because I need to tell it to say that this is what I want to be using. I don't wanna, because I need a staging or transfer source thingy, and now this thing is not really helping me with the what the fuck? Where the fuck am I supposed to get this shit from? What? Okay, I guess we can just do a let's see. Let's do a try here, and then we go to here. Oh, are you using Vulkan again? Damn it, look at, yeah, I'm using Vulkan again, and I'm using this time the Vulkan sig binding. Harold put it in, and I hate it. It's so bad. Like, look at this thing. I cannot just put normal flags. I have to use this. I mean, pack structures are alright, okay? They're not that bad, but I like it. I like the bit masking a lot more. That you just pipe it, you know. And now I have to use this weird ass naming, trying to. Nah, I cannot. I just cannot. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Well, let's see, because we're gonna take a look into this thing. Will it even like be useful for me? Like, yeah, can I just say that please, this thing, don't take in this, take in this. Like that would be so much better if that would work, right? And then I could just go in here and just pray to God that this thing gives me anything, right? No, it doesn't give me shit. So we do VK, and what do I do? VK is transfer source. Let's see if it finds anything. Transfer. So, okay, maybe not. Let's do flags. Transfer source bit. Is that it? How am I supposed to know these things? How am I supposed to know these things? This is just dumb as fuck. Okay, let's see. Help me out here. This binding sucks ass. I really dislike this binding so much. I would just like to use the Vulkan normal flags, because this is just the C flags are just so much better. The binding is fine. No, it's not. No, we're not gonna do that fucking Enam. No, we ain't. Hey. Shit. I know the penguin, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. Let's see. Okay, so you have to do. Let's see. Doing that? No, and call becomes just war staging buffer init. Nope. VK flag is only a bare U32 type alias. So VK flags transfer bit can't exist. The real binding type would be VK buffer usage flags transfer source true, which usage enum bitcast into a online. Agreed. Kill the enum. Take the binding type raw. That's much better if I could do that. Let's see. Usage would change it to that, and then int, and then the usage flags create, and then usage is no bitcast stance exactly, but it's still dumb. Was vertex bitcast was index. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess the enum makes sense though, but it's actually like staging. Is that a real thing here? If I put it as one, where does it even come from? Where did it grab that number? If I add it into here, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's just, it cannot be that it just thinks that it is that, right? There's no fucking way. It's the closest thing I get to get this thing to work, so I'm just gonna go with it, but I really dislike it so much. Okay, and then it's just okay. I need to see what the fuck. Let's see. There's just get address. No. Where is it? It has to be used for. Does it even use it anywhere? Index and vertex. Okay, there is one. So you just said dot staging. Okay. Staging. Boom. And then we do have the expected type, found const, yeah. Wait. Ah, wait, it probably needs to be begin. Wait, but it takes in the command buffer. Begin immediate. Why am I taking command handler? What do we have in here that? Yeah, it needs to be reference. Well, I guess it could be without it as well. It would still perform the same thing, wouldn't it? Well, in this case, it would happen to perform the same thing because we wouldn't care about this or about this. We just care about this handle, what would happen to be matching. Or we could just take it in as a reference on every place, then it could also work. Yo, Far Horizon has an update. My game, sure, it does. And then texture table, also have to take in a pointer. How is your game anyways? And then we'll pass in the reference here. Or we could just pass command pool. That's all what that we would ever need. Let's see, expected found. I think that would still be better to do it like that as well. So I'm gonna change it to const. Const. And then this one also taking the const, because we're not supposed to manipulate it, we're just supposed to use the thing itself. This is why I would just also like to put it straight in the device. And yeah, okay, good, we're there now. Const. Go see on Steam. You got it up on Steam? Shit, what's going on with my chat? Wait, I need to refresh. Oh my god, I got flashbanged by my monitor. No! Can you... Wait, I think you have it in your library. I don't think I do. Wait, what was the name? Because I only found the racing game. Expected a... Is it C pointer? No, that's just an array of pointers found a pointer command buffer. Yes, we need an array of pointers. I think that is... You do it like this, right? So you do this. And then you do this. Or it's the thing that... So now, yeah, and then we have... Yeah, but this won't work, I guess, either. The expected type command would have found pointer. What? That doesn't make sense because it should be an array of pointers. Yeah, no, fuck that shit. And that's why I did the pointer cast, right? At PTR cast, because it's still just... It's weird. Yeah. Far Horizons. Okay, wait, let me try again. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck, where did the scene go? There. Oh, you made like a cool thing and everything. Coming soon, early access. Damn. When did you do the upload? Isn't this like very old images of how it used to look like? Because isn't it like way different? From half a year ago. Yeah, yeah. Sure. But yeah, I don't have it in my lab where we wait. Do you really must have it? No, I don't think I do have it. Don't I? Like where we... No, it's not there. It's not there. Oh man. Yeah, it's where was that? Okay, wait, where were we? Here. And we're gonna change expected 7 and found 8. What do we have extra here? Zel command. It's a bit off, but it's supposed to be alright, this thing, because the self is this thing, the proxy. So interesting. Command buffer, source, destination, dependency flags. Okay, I think one of these is the wrong one. I'm gonna do a gamba. Yeah, and this one is totally wrong as well. Fuck. Expected found content a buffer array of buffer memory barriers. It's an optional, so I think I can just put null. And then P memory buffer memory barriers. Wait. P image barrier, because it's wait, hold on a minute. Wait. I think that's one is incorrect. Wait, you're running Linux? Yeah, Resolute voxel. Yeah, I'm running Linux. Arch to be specific. I used to do Ubuntu, but I don't know, I didn't quite like it. And then I went to Arch and I liked it. Pretty simple, right? No, I got X11 when I started. Now I use Wayland Hyperland. Let's see, P region. Expected a array of buffer image copy. Found a pointer to const. Why the fuck? How do I make this to... Isn't this... I need probably another one of those. Obviously. Isn't it like that then? Yeah. Okay. That one is a little bit funny also. Wait, because now we're taking... Yeah, so we're getting a array of the structures, and then we have to provide the pointer to the array of structures. Funny. And this one has a similar problem. I presume that we just don't... We want to change this to this and this and this one to no. It feels a bit wrong. Buffer memory barrier. Buffer. Okay, but maybe it's right. And then error union is ignored. We actually need to try on that. So strange. I can take a look. Why would it? Oh, good. That's an error here. Yeah, we do need to try on that. Function expected 3 audience found 4. Nah, that's crazy. That's the problem. And expected type optional array of pointer command buffers found. Yep, okay, so it's probably just a pointer cast. And we're gonna do that and that, and we should be happy. Yes, probably the same problem. Expected a const array. That can't be. Shouldn't there be a pointer? It says pointer command buffers. I would assume still pointer, but it's found. That's interesting. So it just wants a array of the things. So then it would be like this. That feels strange. Users found. Yeah, right. I need to build something cool though for the Steam game. Yeah. Cause those pictures are ass. Bro, you should see mine. They are like big ass. But yeah, we could actually just do... I think we could do this. at int from enum, taking in the handle that is currently used, and then I guess you can't really do this. But what you can do... Oh god. Okay, I don't know if this is the best way to do it. But I want to continue using enums as integers, but I want to use enums because they are still like handy. But so we will do at int from enum, right? And we'll do, for that, we'll do a 1 plus at, no wait, it's int from enum from int. Yeah, my bad, I already did the wrong order. At enum from int, right? And then here we'll do at int from enum, providing self next handle. And that's crazy. And then, oh god, we would have to, I think what we could do before we do this thing, we can just say self, actually just const return handle, or handle, call it like that. We can do it at the top actually, it just makes sense. Self dot next handle. And then we can return handle, we don't have to do anything like that down here. So we will get in handle 0 first, and then we'll just assign it to there. And then next handle will become one larger, and we'll return our 0, and then it will just continue on working. Fire. Then in here, we seem to have a problem, which is that render texture table handle ignored. Now, that's probably what you want to do. You probably want to ignore it right now. We really don't care about saving it. Now, we do want to save this thing. Texture table is equal to texture table. Now, that may be a bit weird, because now we have... Well, we'll see how it goes. And then in here, now we will de-initialize the thing, because we want to iterate for as many as we have handles. 0 to 1. Yeah, so we don't need to do a decrement here, but what we do need to do is just do an at in from enum. Like so. Oh. And let's see how bad it goes. Ah, yeah. Oh, whoa, wow. Well, the thing didn't die. Token is not an extension added token. Well, there must be a valid layout value. Probably it didn't, but that's weird because it should be persistently lived. Unless if it's the binding. This is what I hate bindings about, because I don't know if I'm doing wrong or if it's the binding that is wrong. And it's so fucking annoying trying to figure this out. That's why I just prefer C. C headers are just better because the C headers are better. Yeah, they are. They don't give you this bullshit. You're wrong. Am I wrong? Oh, how could you? I thought you were on my side, Donald. I thought you would be there standing with me, telling me that it's the binding, but no, you betrayed me. How could you? Am I wrong? Yes. For saying that I will choose another way. Yes, you are wrong. It's unacceptable. This is a totalitarian channel that we are running here, right? Either you're with me or you're against me. Wait, I ain't trying. Wait, what? For any second, I'm trying to do what everybody else is doing. Bro doesn't know the song. No, I don't know. No, I do not know the song. Am I wrong by Nico and Vince? No, I have no idea. I have been created with image use transfer destiny. Valiant? Wait. These are just creation stuff, so I'm just doing wrong there. But I guess we'll look into them tomorrow because I'm actually freaking tired. On YouTube, you look it up on YouTube. You will recognize it instantly. You sure about that? I probably won't. I don't know much about songs. I'm like very bad about songs. Let's see. I'm gonna take it up here on the other screen. Just make sure that there's not something I should not show on screen real quick. Okay, good. Let's check it out real quick. Okay, it used to be on the radio all the time. Wait, what? Ah, okay, yeah. I remember this. I remember berries. But I never really paid attention to the lyrics. I was just like, okay. Remember berries. All right. No, I think we'll end it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Wait a minute. Invalid enum value. Right, okay, that's probably why. These things are fine. This is not fine. You felt the vibes, you didn't hear lyrics. Yeah, that's true. Same though. Only recently I've been listening to lyrics. Yeah. All right, but we'll end it here. Thank you so much everyone for joining. Good night. It's from me. Good night at least. It's very late. It's like it's midnight. What is the time? It's halfway to 1 a.m. So, yeah. Thank you for joining. Yeah. English level. Thank you for joining. Yes. Thank you for joining. And bye bye.